Hello, everyone, and welcome. I have with me today Artiffany Stanley, our chairman of the 51st Annual St. Patrick's Festival. How about that? Aaron go bra.
Yes, Aaron go raw.
You'll be saying that quite a few times, won't you?
Oh, a lot, definitely.
Tell me, of course, 51st year, we've been doing this a long time, but what year did you get involved with the St. Patrick's Festival?
I believe it was in 2012,
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm not mistaken. I started out as the vice president of the Order of the Blowing Stone. So
Okay, and held quite a few, you worn quite a few hats, haven't you?
I have. That year I was in charge of doing the memory events. And then the following year I was the president of the Order of the Blowing Stones, and I was in charge of doing memberships. And then I was co-chair last year.
That's
And
right.
then,
Moving right on up, huh?
yes, moving up.
And how much green do you have in your closet?
I have a lot of green. I tell people that when I'm shopping, when I see green, I zero in on it. I go straight to it. So
Yeah, it seems to be we all got a lot of green. I always pick on Willie Paulk for having so many green outfits, but
yeah.
when you're involved in St. Patrick's, you got to have, 'cause especially women, y'all don't like wearing the same
That's right.
thing.
We cannot be seen in the
That-
same thing. So
Well, I was in your office last week one day, and you had some of your green hanging up there,
Yeah, I
so you are
believe-
prepared.
that's right. I had about 2 or 3 green jackets. So
So what does chairman of the Dublin St. Patrick's Festival do?
what do? I do a lot.
We need a few shows for that, don't
That's
we?
right. Yes. Well, to begin with, I make sure that we have a great committee in place. We have to appoint some positions, but as I said, some positions just kind of transition. But I had to fill, I think, about 3 positions this year to have a full committee, and then I have to plan the calendar of events. That's one of my main jobs, and making sure that we get the brochure print. So we print about 20,000 brochures that we distribute. Yes. So that's a job in itself.
And with 48 events, that's a lot of
48.
stuff to do.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot. But I enjoy it. Just, seeing everything just come together and knowing that Dublin Lawrence is going to have a great festival for the
Yeah,
year. So.
and I was reading. I love Miss Harriet Claxton's article in the paper, the 50 years ago, and of course, the 85. I don't read it much because I don't know anybody back 85 years ago. But 50 years ago, I can relate to. But last week, she had in the Curry Herald. Part of that write-up was they were getting ready for St. Patrick's, and the St. Patrick's Festival was going to be the week of the 14th. And I was thinking, looking at that, I said, we have really changed to go from, well, this year, February 20th through March 26th, 28th, something like that. So that's a little more than a week.
Right, yeah. It
So-
started out with 1 week, and we go to almost a month and a half now. Like I said, with 48 events. So we have really grown.
But what visionaries are, Tiffany, thinking back those 51 years ago, those that sit down at the table drinking coffee at Ma Hawkins that morning and want to do something great for their community?
I'm sure they did not, could not have fully understood, just the lengths that it has grown to. But
Yes.
that just shows you the support, from the community. Because without the community support, the St. Patrick's Festival would not continue to grow.
And without the many volunteers.
Yes, definitely. We need volunteers, because our committee is all volunteer. We only paid person that we have is Lucky.
Yeah.
So Lucky is that's it. That's Lucky. We is usually a high school student.
That's right.
So that's the only person that gets paid by the festival.
And
But otherwise,
Lucky is the toughest interview I do.
really,
Because I can't get Lucky to ever say anything because we know the reason behind
that's
that.
right.
But he, she, whatever.
Only Lucky shows up at the events and smiles and just
nods
yes,
his,
and interacts with the crowd. That's it.
and does a wonderful job. Where did that come from? When did we start Lucky?
Now that I'm not sure. I
Okay.
honestly cannot
Asked
say
you a
when we
hard one
started.
there.
That's right. You should have told me before. I would have researched.
Well, you made me think of it talking about it. I really didn't think of that, but Lucky is, and I have trouble. It's been he and it's been she, so from year to year, and
Right.
and I always find out who it is, but then you don't want to give it away when you got Lucky on there.
That's true.
And some of them don't want nobody to know, probably.
Well, I guess I can give you a clue. Lucky is a he. So
Thank you, because I don't want to insult Lucky.
Okay,
'cause
yes.
by no means you want the luck of the Irish, so we need
Right.
lucky on our side. So the very first event is February 20th, and Miss St. Patrick's. And
Yes.
that job for you young women going to be in that, you win Miss St. Patrick's. You didn't just win a position to be pretty or something.
No.
You're going to work.
You're going to work, yes. We have a calendar of events for Miss St. Patrick's to attend. So, yes, she's one of the faces of the St. Patrick's Festival. She attends about 10 or 11 events maybe. She may lead the pledge. She may interact, with some of the programs. But, yeah, Miss St. Patrick's is really an integral part of the St. Patrick's Festival.
And the Pilot Club sponsors that. And I don't know how they get the caliber of young ladies that's in it, but every year we just have a phenomenal queen. So it says a lot about the Pilots Club.
Yeah, the Pilot Club and our community. As I said, we have some great youth and young ladies that are just, enjoy being involved in the community and giving back and just being that representative for Dublin.
I shouldn't ask you this on camera, but what is, maybe not your favorite event, but what are some of your favorite events?
Let's see. Some of my favorite events would be Down in the Pines. That would be one. The member event. It's an opportunity. We all get together and just have a good time. I also enjoy the Arts and Crafts Festival. That's one of the biggest crowds that we have, during the festival. So those are some of my favorite.
And we've been back downtown, I guess,
This
3
is the
years.
third year.
Yeah, 3 years.
Third year.
What a wonderful setup down with Bicentennial Park and the way we just have such a beautiful downtown, and especially for us to be able to be out there at the street, do the parade, turn around and walk right over to the Arts and Crafts, and we don't have to move people out to different parts of the county, but that has really worked out well, hasn't it?
It has. And the mayor, couple of years ago, 3 years ago, he was really instrumental in bringing together the correct people to just encourage, us to move back downtown for the Arts and Crafts Festival. So it's been a great move. I think everyone has definitely enjoyed it. And as you say, I think, prior years when we were going to Southern Pines, we were kind of losing people, in between having to come from downtown and go to Southern Pines. But it was a great venue, Southern Pines was, and, we still have a few events out there at Southern Pines, but downtown is just this place to be on Super Saturday.
And that is the parade. And look, the MLK parade, the Christmas parade are great parades, but something about that St. Patrick's parade, because of the vendors and all the green just flowing through there, and we're always 6-8 deep on the streets, and the weather's starting to, knock on wood, get a little better.
Yes.
And we've had some good parade. Last year was beautiful.
It was. That was my job last year.
Yeah, well, you was in
I
charge
was
of
in
the
charge
weather.
of the weather. So
Who's in charge this year?
that's going to be, we got two people, Troy Wyndham and Alexis Hughes, yes.
Okay, well, between two of them.
That's
can't
right.
they
So
get the
Troy and
weather right?
Alexis, please pray for great weather.
Yeah, and he works for an elected official, so the pressure's on him
That's
to
right.
make sure he makes his boss look good.
Yes.
But the St. Patrick's Parade is just a wonderful event, and all the things that come on downtown, the quilt show, and of course, we always start that morning off with the leprechaun race. I always enjoy going out and filming that. And you've got young and old. You've got young kids running. You've got older people. You've got mothers pushing babies in strollers.
Yes.
And I got to give it to them. To push a baby in a stroller for a mile run or whatever, that says a lot about
I'm sure
their
the
commitment.
baby enjoys that ride.
A lot more than mama.
That's right, yeah. But it's an opportunity for the entire family to participate in the event. So, and
we got some new events this year.
we do. We have 8 new events, and it's kind of taking the place of some of the old events that did not come back this year, and that's. As you mentioned, the quilt show. Unfortunately, they did not have an event this year, but we will definitely miss the quilters. And then we have the first 2 events that we have, Fancy Dancer Booster Club. They're actually sponsoring 2 events, and one will be on March the 5th, which will be the Cornhole Tournament. They're going to do that downtown at the Bicentennial. I think that begins at 11 a.m., and then they're also going to do a Look of the Irish Bunko And I believe that's March the 25th, if I'm not mistaken. But I was kind of excited. I didn't know what bunco was, so I had to look it up. And it was concerning dice, rolling dice.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
luck of the Irish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think you have to get 21. So it's just really depending on how lucky you are. So it was a perfect name, Luck of the Irish Bunco. So
Well, that's a good thing to have. And of course, the cornhole tournament, that's such a popular sport now.
a lot of people are playing cornhole.
Oh, yeah.
tournament,
It's backyards, family reunions, get togethers. That's just something that young and old can participate.
Yeah, and the more boards, they'll be in charge of that tournament for them that day. But, I interviewed one of, the Fancy Dancers representative, just to kind of ask, what made you want to be a part of St. Patrick's Festival this year? And this was an opportunity for the girls to be able to give back in the community, and any funds that they raise will be given back to local groups in our community. So.
And all the forums are online, DublinStPatricks.com. That's right there on the screen as we talk. But you can log on that website. All the information's there, whether it be the parade. I know you can fill that form out and email it right to Ms. Claxton. That's right. Or whatever the form might be. They're all right there. And the website's wonderful. And that's a good way for the vendors or whoever to go on and register, right?
Right, yeah. They can go online and get the form. If they cannot find the form online, they can give me a call,
Okay.
and I will direct them to the right person. But that was just two of the events. Our next one is the Civitan Club. They're having their spring fair this year. It'll be from February the 24th through the 27th. So we were very excited to have them be a part of our festival this year. And they'll run from Wednesday through Saturday.
Well, good.
Yeah, so that'll be great.
You got a couple of musicals. You got a choir coming from North Georgia, right?
We do. Toccoa Falls Choir. They will be here on St. Patrick's Day, I believe.
17th.
March 17th, yes. And that will be after you've eaten the green grits at the chamber breakfast and
Always
pancakes
a highlight,
at the Exchange Club's pancake supper. I believe that starts at 8 p.m. at the Basea Baptist Church. And the Toccoa Falls Spring Choir, they will be on their spring tour. I think this may be like the 16th year. So, and they play different genres of music. So,
Good.
Spiritual, classical.
And one of my highlights is that breakfast, to watch people, visitors that come from other countries or whatever, when they first spot those green grits. We know it's just food coloring. It don't taste any different, but people that, first of all, don't eat grits. Second of all, sure don't eat green grits, but they'll get a little daub
That's
there.
right, because you have to experience the green grits at least once.
Yeah, they want to be able to go back to Japan or wherever they're from and say, I ate green grits
in Dublin, Georgia.
Yep, absolutely. So, okay, we got a lot planned.
We have March the 6th, I believe, is a March musical that'll be held at Pine Forest. And we have some local artists that will be playing different composers. So that'll be a new event for us.
And there is something for everybody, no matter what you like, whether it's going and watch the Battle of the Bands or go to the Memory Walk or
Shamrock Shootout, play a little basketball.
There's all kind of,
from babies, we have the Baby Erin Go Bra pageant. From little babies to seniors. It's something for everyone in our St. Patrick's Festival.
Yeah, 48 events. How could there not be? And I had somebody say the other day, well, I can't go to 48 events. It's not intended for that. You don't have to do like we do. We have to go to these 48 events.
I'm not sure I'm going to make all 48.
I'll be surprised if you don't. But But you don't have to go to all the events. But there's 3 or 4 or 5 that you could pick out and have a lot of fun.
That's right. And we say, we are a family fun festival. So we just encourage, everyone to just come out. Like you said, find an event to enjoy. And if you cannot find something to enjoy, let us know. And, we can come up with something for next year.
You come up with something.
That's right.
Yeah, because it is a community, and the key word family, because most of these events, and we're around town all the time, around the community, but some people I only see during St. Patrick's at the pancake supper or the joint civic luncheon or some of these events, because we all come together, especially pancake supper night.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We come out
We have
of
a
the
good
woodworks
crowd.
for pancakes. So, and the Exchange Club does a wonderful job. The money stays right here in our community.
Mm-hmm.
So you say, well, I can't give a lot of money. $7 is usually what the plate is. So your $7, my $7, all your
All you can
$7.
eat pancakes.
Yeah,
So, you know.
and then all that money put together, and the Exchange Club uses that right here in our community to
Yes.
help people. So.
Yeah, all of our sponsors for our events, that's the money stays here in the community,
Yep.
and that's just one of the wonderful things about
Yep.
the festival. It's just you constantly see everyone supporting the festival,
right.
giving back, and
Yep, working
just
together.
enjoying it. Yes,
Yep, we live in a great community.
we really do. We really do.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that. Nobody's perfect. If you find a perfect town, if you move there, it's not going to be perfect anymore, is it? But it's kind of like a church.
Yeah.
But we do live in a great community, and this is one of those times of the year we really shine. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you for what you do.
Well, thank you. You're
And I
welcome.
know,
I enjoy everything that I do. I really do.
Yeah.
Just giving back to the community and just ensuring that we continue to be green and growing.
Yep. And you probably got vacation 1st of April, is that?
Oh yeah. I don't know how you knew. I'm thinking about a cruise or something. But I'm like, come April the 1st, I'm gonna be ready for a vacation.
Get out of Dodge, huh?
That's right.
Out of Dublin. So.
Because we start. Last year, everybody was asking me, "You glad the festival is over?" I'm like, not really, because that means it's my time. So
That's right.
to start working on it next year. So
Yep. And that's how it gets pulled off, is because you do start. We were working in December on some St. Patrick's. I had my green on. Somebody asked me, said, "What are you doing today with all that green?" I said, "We're working on St. Patrick's." They said, "It's not even Christmas." I said, "We can't wait till March."
No,
You know,
no.
you have to start way back there working on St. Patrick's.
Definitely, it's the year round.
Yep. Okay. Well, thanks, Artiffany.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Aaron Go Bra.
Aaron, go Rock.
Thank you for joining us today.